One of them was about actually. I mean, the other thing is that pull back a little bit further. Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement was about affirming our liberal, democratic, Western civilization. Black people wanted to be a part of it.
Yes.
This stuff where you're like, we want to, open the border and defund the police and basically start attacking all of these institutions of liberal democratic civilization, that's different. That's a radicalized left.
It's
that's
what Gad
fundamentally
Saad
different.
clearly he defines it best as suicidal empathy.
I don't agree with Gad on that.
No, you don't think it's suicidal empathy?
I don't think it's either suicidal or empathic, because empathy is like,
well, he applies that to a lot of progressive ideas, not just the immigration thing. I don't think he necessarily. I think it was actually long before the immigration thing that he was talking about. It's suicidal empathy. The idea being that you need the rule of law to have a safe and peaceful society.
Yes, that part's true. That part's true.
Yeah, you need no violence. You need no crime. And when you're taking criminals and just releasing them from jail and you have no cash bail and you're doing all these things, if you want to put on the fucking tinfoil hat, you would do that because you want chaos. Because you want chaos so you can have more rules and tighten down on people and have more control over the civilization.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it's not empathic to allow more violent crime. Like, I don't think that's empathy towards victims. So I wouldn't call it empathy. And not only that, but like when you look at like who these folks are, and I spent a lot of time looking at them and was one of them, they hate Western civilization. They hate the United States of America. They hate capitalism. Like it's an anti-civilization thing that's motivating it. And that's not to say that like MSNBC watchers don't feel, I feel bad for that person. But I mean, I always, it's like the people I hear complain about ICE, they don't know any illegal immigrants. They've never talked to them other than maybe their server or their, but they don't even really talk to their gardeners or their maids. It's like the idea that empathy implies a deep understanding of someone's situation. And so I think it's a misdescription of empathy. I think in some ways it's more quite the opposite of that they're actually not showing empathy for all the people that are hurt by their policies, whether it's open borders or enabling addiction or euthanizing poor and mentally ill people in Canada, or transing kids. I don't think that those things are empathic. And the person that's doing them, I don't think is suicidal. If anything, they're actually quite full of themselves and quite arrogant about what they're doing. I mean, I use the word pathological altruism in San Francisco, and I say it's close to Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Maybe it is Munchausen syndrome by proxy, but I don't think it's. I worry about affirming, because I think that's how progressives go. They go, oh well, if the homeless are worse off, that's just because we care so much. I just don't think that's the case.
Well, the homeless thing is nuts, because the homeless thing is just a scam, and we know that basically because of California. Like California, what's happened with the whole homeless budget is so insane, and that they vetoed audits of these budgets. There's been $24 billion spent. No one knows where it went. There's no accountability. And then the homeless situation increases.
Well, that's why. I mean, remember, it's like it's funny. Like my students just did a paper. We have something we've been working on it too, like the Canadian euthanasia program.
Yeah.
And it's like every year the numbers just keep going up and up. And it reminds me of when you interview homeless, service providers in San Francisco. They'll be like, "Yeah, no, we're doing an amazing job. Every year we serve more and more people." It's like, right, you have the wrong incentives. You have an incentive to serve to. You have incentive to create homelessness, and that's what they've done.
Well, if you get more money, if you have more homeless, your incentive is now not to eliminate homelessness, because that's your job.
Right. That's how you make all your money.